So, hello guys and welcome to this new video. At last, after a month, I am here to present you my 50 subscriber special. Yay! A great thanks out there to everyone. Even if you don't subscribe, I'm very thankful for your support to the channel. And, well, you know what, I'll just give the big speeches for a bigger special. Seriously though, this video won't be anything excessive. I simply sat down and, since my channel mostly features filters at the moment, I thought that it would be nice to take some of my small unpublished filters and pack them together into this video I'm presenting you here. My first filter pack. Now, there should be annotation on the screen if you want to see any of the individual filters. If you don't though, you may notice during the video that I went a bit more for the traditional approach to MCEdit filters here for once, terrain manipulation. Don't worry though, more command blocks will be coming up, but I thought this was an interesting change and I'd like to hear your opinion on it. Anyway, as always, download links in the description. However, that's about it, so sit back and enjoy the filters. So, to start with, I've got a filter suggested by Daniel Keeton. I'll link to his Twitter in the description in case you want to contact him. Anyway, it's a pretty neat idea. Basically, you've got a bunch of command blocks. In this example, I'm using say commands, which have numbers 1 to 9. So basically, we just have 9 different say commands, easily identifiable. And the filter, when you select this command block, is going to generate a dispenser up on top, which contains these, and then you can use Control middle click to actually get that dispenser and place it around wherever you want. And I'll show you in a second how that works. Anyway, that's about it for the explanation. I'll just get into MCEdit and show you it in action. Of course, we just select all the command blocks we want. Then we go to filters, the command blocks dispenser 1.0 as of the making of this video. Then we go, I'm going to go through the options. First of all, amount basically says the amount of command blocks it will put in each dispenser. Of course, that ranges between 1 and 9, as the filter does not actually stack command blocks. So you can arbitrarily change the chances by having multiple copies of the same command block inside the dispenser. Now, secondly, the direction indicates the direction the dispensers generated will face. In this case, it will be up, that's the default value again. And also the dispensers will be generated roughly on top of the center of the box. Lastly, we've got infinite command blocks, a little checkbox on default. This is a neat little bug basically. I'm not sure if he discovered it, but Daniel Keeton made it clear to me in his suggestion, so that's thanks to him for letting me know about that. So basically we can, that's a bug which the filter uses, if you check this checkbox, where you basically don't say there's one command block, there's one item in this item stack, but there's -1 item in there. And by that, the dispenser does not deplete the item in the dispenser. It's a weird bug, but I love it. So it's in there, and you can just use the... you probably want to use it so your dispenser does not actually deplete its items. Now, that's about it, so let's press filter, save, and I'll see you right back in Minecraft. So, here we are back in Minecraft, and we've got ourselves a dispenser. So in here we've got our 9 command blocks. Now these don't have like the +MBT thing in their name, however that's actually completely arbitrary. The MBT tag is stored in an invisible way, and it is actually there, you just can't see it. And I can actually show that to you. Yeah, I'm just gonna MBT select the dispenser. Now we've got the same dispenser over here, and this just activates the dispenser, which dispenses the command block, which is activated. Then 3 ticks later, the command block is removed. So as you can see, every time we get a command block and a random command block, because it's giving us random numbers here in chat. And yeah, you can see this is basically what you probably wanted to do. So that's about it. Let's move on to the second filter. So over here we've got a little structure I built. Basically, little rock slab, I guess. And up on top we've got this wooden structure which tunnels into the ground. at least if my Minecraft wants to update. Okay, I'm sorry. You know, snapshots can be a little bit buggy sometimes, but there we go. So yeah, this actually goes into the ground. That's important to mention. Now, this is a bit of a specific filter. Again, just terrain manipulation. I use this for the mod jam. Actually, that's why I wrote it for myself. And I thought maybe you can use this. But basically, what you may want is that you just have like this wooden blocks just damming this place, every layer off like this. However, that takes a long enough time to do. So I thought, let's write a filter that actually does that. So I'll see you right in MCEdit and show you that filter. What we want to do is just select the entire area which we want to be edited as usual. So let me just do that. This should do the trick probably. Yep. Now let me just do this. Then it has to check less blocks. That's quicker. Now we are going to go to the second filter, which is called the Edge Generator 1.0, as of the making of this filter, of course. Then the standard option indicates what will be the block it has to search for, basically. So that will be stone, like basically the block you'll be using for the ground. And as far as the edge block is concerned, we will have, well, as I said, shorten the example. Let me go for wood, like oak wood would be good, I guess. So let me just filter, and bam, there we go. It just generated those edges. Also, I showed you that that thing actually tunneled into the ground here, and that's why we also got actually these blocks around, which basically surround the logs which were in the ground, but you couldn't see them. I showed them. That's why I showed them. So that's also a functionality of this filter. Anyway, that's about it. So in case you want to use this, download link in the description. Anyway, let's move on to the third filter. So the next filter is maybe even more specific and arbitrary. So arbitrary, actually, it's kind of vague and I can't really explain it well. So what we've got over here is just a little watery, mossy place, I guess. And I'm going to use this gap here of air to generate what I like to call a web. It's not really a web, but that's not too much of a word for it. You just have to see, and maybe you like it. I just thought it was an interesting structure some people may want to use. And, you know, it is a terrain generation filter pack, so I thought let's make one for this. Anyway, I think that's about it. Let's just go to MCEdit and show you what this one actually does. First, we just, as always, grab our selection box, and as you can guess, we just select the area we want to use for our web-like structure. Then we just go to filters, the web generator 1.0 will be used, and we, as block, I'm just going to go for the jungle leaves for the sake of this example. Then the density near block. I'm not gonna go into the entire algorithm, but basically the higher you put this, the more, you could say, dense the thing becomes. Not necessarily, but basically the more chances it has of generating near other blocks which are already there. Then the maximum near by itself is a bit of a vague name. I couldn't come up with anything better. But what it means, by the way, the default value is 5 for this one, is that if it says 5, it will never generate a block of jungle leaves if there are already more than 5 jungle leaves around. Also, this one caps at 26 because we only check in a 3x3 area around. So that's 3x3x3 minus 1 for the block itself. I'm just going to keep this on 5. Then steps, this one is default at 25, by the way. I'm just going to do it in like steps of 5 for this filter. Basically, this just loops the algorithm multiple times, as if you were basically just pressing the filter button multiple times one after another. However, it does not render and stuff in between, so that saves a little bit of time, but you get to see less progress as a result. Anyway, let me just show you the progress using 5 steps. As you can see, our web-like structure is generating from the sides inwards, and if we, for example, put this lower, then it would be quite a bit less dense, as it would be limited from generating blocks quite often. It actually already is now being limited very often. Anyway, as you can see, as we filter, we are getting more and more blocks. And now we're kind of in the center, so I think that this is good. This is what I wanted to show. So basically, it's not entirely a random pattern, but it has, of course, surely has some randomness in there. Let me just save this. And yep, I think this is quite random. Anyway, I'm gonna go into Minecraft and show you how it looks like in there with like the light and stuff. So be right back. So here we are back in Minecraft, and yeah, we've got our web-like structure over here. As you can see, this is what it looks like when you have like good depth, I guess, with light and such. So yeah, I thought this was an interesting structure. Some people may want to use this. I may use it actually too. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you for the fourth and last filter. So here we are again for the fourth and last filter in this video, and what's probably also the most ridiculous one I'm going to show in a long time. So the little story behind it, I was watching Grifonia's stream a couple of months ago, and she was building these candy trees with all kinds of different colors of wool instead of leaves. And I thought it was a bit fun, and also, you know me, when I'm bored, I alter my stuff, and yeah, you can guess what I did. I thought, let's write a filter which does it for us, and of course, completely useless, but, well, yeah, it was funny, I guess. So, if you want to troll someone, I guess you can use this. I just wanted to have a little bit of a funny ending to this filter pack. So I guess that's about it. Let's meet you in MCEdit as we woolify these trees. So, for the last filter, we start out, as always, by selecting the box we want to use. Let me just do this. It's gonna be a little bit hard because of all these irregularly shaped trees, I'd say. I think we kinda got it. Of course you can go bigger than this, but then it will have to check more blocks. On a large scale, that matters, of course. Then we go to the Woolifier 1.0. Now this one has a very simple options. Basically just have replace. In this case I'm gonna go for leaves. Now normally this block selection thing also gives you the filter data value, but you can use this checkbox, which is the on default, to remove that check. So now it will just replace any leaves it finds, not just the ones with the data value I entered. And maybe we press filter, bam, we get a bunch of random wool blocks. Really ugly, I know. We kinda just ruined our entire patch. But hey, that's the way it works. So, I guess it's gonna be about it. I hope you like this filter as well with the rest, so you can find some use to them. Anyway, also please give me feedback on this filter pack concept, as well as the idea of terrain generation as a purpose, or rather an objective of my filters, because this is something new as well. And, you know, as always, just it's always nice to hear what you guys think. So, typical stuff, leave a rating if you didn't like it or dislike it, but tell me why, please. Anyway, that's about it. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you in another video.